Welcome to Vape Time TV. This is Hugo, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Innokin 130 itaste 134 mini. Okay, so this device right off the bat is a variable wattage device. It goes from 7 watts all the way up to 12.5. This is not a device that you can run sub ohms build or RBA on it. It will go all the way down to 1.2 ohms minimum, so you can't run anything lower than that on it. This is good for clearomizer with a 510 treads, and it also will accept some ego type cartridge on top of it. So let's go down a little bit in the close-ups and see what this machine is, see how I like everything about this mod, and then after that we will talk a little bit more about it and how I like it. Okay, so the itaste 134 mini comes in a normal standard cardboard box, and then after that, once you open that cardboard box, you're greeted with a bitching slick ass case. This is the case. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, of course you're paying, it's an expensive device compared to other different models from different companies, but it's still a really cool case. So you open up and then you're greeted with an instruction leaflet in different languages that will explain to you how to use your itaste 134 mini, and then also you will be greeted with a card how to fill and change your cartridge. Is it? No, it's just fill your clearomizer that comes with it. So in the box you get one clearomizer. This is the iClear X1, and then you also get a small battery tube, the longer battery tube, and then the main unit itself here. Let's go check it out in close-ups. Okay, so here we have the 135 mini all broke down in pieces. So basically we have the main unit here, which probably holds the electronics for the variable voltage and the fire button here. And then we have the 2 battery tube, and then we have the battery tube cap here. Connection appears to be brass connection. There is a venting on the bottom of the battery cap, although they don't seem to be very big venting holes. I did not experience any eating of my battery though when using this unit. There is a ring here that provides some ventilation for your clearomizer or tank that have no ventilation options. Like for example, the Nautilus, the Aspire Nautilus has some venting holes that are on the tank itself. But like for example, the iClear that comes with it doesn't have venting holes on the side. It comes from the bottom. So when this ring fits flush on it, you will have venting, although it's not you have to considerably pull hard when you're using those tanks, when you're puffing on it or vaping on it, should I say. The small battery tube will be good for your 18 350s flat top or with a nipple, and then the longer battery tube will be good for your 18 490 with a nipple or your 18 500 with no nipples. Now for the tread, I've watched a lot of videos, and a lot of people were talking or saying that the treads here, they had problems with it not being, like super nice. Me, I have no problems with the tread for both of the battery tube itself. When you're locking it in place, it goes really well, and it slides and turns really well. The only noticeable thing that I've seen is that, first of all, when you're actually putting it, the itaste 134 mini logo doesn't line up with your fire button, but this is a little bit of an OCD kind of thing, because there is those little pins in here inside that line up with the holes here, so there's no way for you to actually line it up so that the itaste will fit with the fire button. But no considerable problems with this locking ring, except also that when you're putting the batteries and you're using it for a while, sometimes this gets a little bit loose and then the battery will rattle a little bit, and then you can just tighten that down and there's no problem. That's what I noticed on my unit itself. Where I saw there was a problem is that for the battery cap, when there is no batteries in it, it's just smooth as butter, no problem with screwing it in. But when you actually put a battery in it, when you actually put a battery in it, because the spring, it's a spring loaded battery cap, is very strong, at least on my unit. It's kind of hard to get those first turns in, and then once you're screwing it in with the battery, it becomes a little bit more you can, I don't know if you can hear it, it comes a little bit more harder to screw in. And definitely if you do have the battery and then you want to try to do it here, same thing here, it gets a little bit more difficult. So if you want to put the battery in, I would definitely suggest for you to insert and lock your battery tube first all the way in, and then once your battery tube is locked in, then you will you can insert your battery, and then it will be a little bit less complicated for that. Once you insert the battery and the battery connection is made, then you will have the 3 lights flashing. To power this device, you will press 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then you will have the 3 lights flashing, red, yellow, and green, and then you're ready to fire it up. If the light is green, that means that this device is fully charged, but the battery is fully charged, and if it turns yellow, it means that you're half charged, and then when it starts turning red, it means that you should go charge your battery. My recommendation is as soon as it starts turning yellow, you know, go recharge your battery, just for extending your battery life instead of just draining all your batteries. Here you have the voltage selector ring. So basically it starts up at 7 volts, goes up to 8, 9, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 12, 12.5, and 12.5 is the max. It's a very nice click to it. Really nice, and really, you know, it's still strong, so it doesn't rattle about. There's no problem with that. And then you will have the fire button. The fire button is very clicky. Really nice click on the fire button, but although it doesn't rattle when you shake it, but if you tap it like this lightly, it does rattle a little bit. But overall, the construction is fantastic with this unit. I really love it. One thing though, it's a fucking nightmare to clean, and it's a fucking fingerprint magnet, as you can see. I wish I've had the black version. The black version comes with the same part here, but the voltage ring is not the voltage, the wattage ring is in black, and then here the battery tubes, the inside of the tube is actually black. The pins are still silver, but the inside is black. So you know, it's the inside that's a little bit a pain in the ass to fucking clean, but other than that, it's a very sturdy, nice little mod, and I really love it. So let's talk a little bit about it, and just like let's fire it up. So what do I think about the 134 mini? I fucking love it. This is my daily vape. This is the vape that I actually bring with me all day long. With the long battery, an 18500 in it, full charge, it will last me a day if I vape about like 2 mil or 2.5 mil of juice, or maybe a little bit even more. So this is what I carry. I have mech mods and everything, but I do not like to carry that when I'm going to work and things like that. So this is my daily baby. I really love it. Okay, the build quality is really cool. It's a fucking bitch ass fingerprint magnet, and it's a fucking pain to clean because of them, you know, posts that we saw in the close up. But it's pretty cool, and it looks like a fucking lightsaber, man. You know, look, even has like a resembling Star Wars type, you know, logo on the bottom if you're, you know, if you have a good enough imagination. So really cool. One thing though, I noticed, like I said in the close-ups, if you have the vents hole that are in that little ring that we saw, if you're putting a clear miser on top of it that sits flush with it and doesn't have like venting in the clear miser, like for example an Atlantis, not an Atlantis, a Nautilus Mini, or on the Nautilus series that have like the you know, the vent holes on the tank itself, the pull is kind of hard. You know, you see. It's kind of a, you know, you kind of have to suck it deep, and you know, I'm not a girl obviously, so I'm not really, you know, super well versed in the nature of sucking on things. So sorry if I offended anybody. So with this tank, I will do a complete review of this tank, but with tanks that do not have the option of having a vent hole on the tank itself, and they do vent from the bottom, of the tank. It's a little bit, you know, a hard pull, but because this is tight, and but you do have the possibility, if you're a handyman, to start drilling some holes in this pin here, since, you know, like we saw in the close-up, there's indentation for those holes, so you could drill them out and have better ventilation there if you feel like it. But normally I use my Nautilus Mini on it, and it vapes like a charm. I really like it. It's good. With this tank at 12.5, the vapor production is still, you know, not bad. The two juice that I was using right now are 50-50, so 50 PG, 50 VG. So it's not a cloud chucker, of course, but you know, it's not made for that. But it's a good, you know, daily mod to have with you and carry around if you know, want to have your nicotine fix. I stopped smoking with this. I actually, my first vape was not this one, but I really stopped smoking with this because it does get, with the variable wattage on it, it does give you good kick. So you will have a good throat hit because it atomized and it vaporized the e-juice really well, enough to have a good throat hit with it. And it's a good mod to bring with you. I had another friend actually that it was in the same situation. He started with an Ego type, you know, pen like. Was it an e-cig or something like that? Something not really strong, and he could not stop. He could not get off of the cigarettes because it was not giving him the satisfaction. And he bought a 134 Mini too, and then he's fine. It gave him the smoking satisfaction that most of us that started vaping because we wanted to stop smoking will crave when we actually do the transition to vaping. So this one, my daily vape, I really love it. I'm not really into you know, bringing my RDAs when I go to work and stuff like that. If I go to a party or things like that, yes, I will bring a Mech Mod and an RDA because I want to chuck some big clouds and have fun with it. But this is my daily nicotine inhaler, I guess. This is my daily vape. So would I recommend it? Definitely. Fuck yeah. It's sleek, it's nice, it's the design is nice, the build quality is fucking fantastic on that thing. It's heavy though. It's not a small thing to carry around. But if you put the smaller battery, it still gets a little bit smaller, but not that much. But it's a fucking cool thing to have, and I really like it. 110 to 150 bucks. That beast is available, and it's worth the price because you're getting some really nice quality piece of equipment right there. A nice fucking variable wattage mod for you right there. So I do recommend it. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some more reviews on the clearomizer that comes with it and other mech mods, builds, and everything. This channel is just like a baby, so it just started. So keep, you know, posted. Subscribe, like the video if you like it, comment on it, and I hope you enjoyed it. This was Hugo for Vape Time TV.